So the next type of basic element in programming that I'll talk about is what's called a conditional. And this is a way that you can start to structure your programs to do different things depending on different conditions in the program. And in order to start talking about this, I'll actually create a new script. So up until now, I've just been typing commands into idle. And this is fine for testing things out, but if you want to start structuring programs that run in sequence and do multiple things, it's best to write them as a new script file and then execute that file all at once. So I've been writing one of these here, but I'll start a new one to show you how conditionals work. Here I can do the same kind of declarations. I can say A is 5, B is 10, C is 15. If I want to just print out some value, I can do that, run again, and it'll print whatever it asks it to print. Okay, so the way conditionals work is you use those logical operators from before to basically tell Python to do different things in different cases. So here I can start if A is smaller than B. So you can see here I use the if notation with the parentheses, and then comparing two things with a logical, and then I use a colon and hit return, and Python will automatically indent the next line, and this will basically tell it what to do if this is true. So here I can say print A is bigger. Okay, so now if I run this, it'll give me my print from before, and because this was true, I printed this. Okay, on the other hand, if I make a comparison that's not true, it basically won't print anything. Okay, so the next part is the else. So an else you can add to any if statement and give it commands of what to do if this isn't true. So right now this is executing if this condition is true. If it's not true, I can basically type in else colon, and I can write another output that basically says A is not bigger than B. So now that'll execute because this statement is false. Okay, and then the last part is the else if. So the else if is the way that you can start to combine conditionals. So here I say if A is bigger than B, A is not bigger than B. So I'll go on to the next line, and then I can do else if, which in Python is elif. So else if, and then I give it another condition. So I say, okay, this wasn't true, but if the next thing is true, I'll say B is smaller than C, then execute this. So if I hit run, it should give me that line. And you can stack up as many of these things as you want. So here I'll do another untrue command. So if this isn't true, it'll skip to the next one. This isn't true. And you can keep stacking these commands here. So I'll do C is bigger than B. And copy this down here and say C is bigger than B. So you can see it skipped over all of these false statements, and it'll end up with a true one. And after all these else ifs, you can still put a general else at the very end. So that will basically execute if all the preceding if and else ifs were false. So here I can copy this and say run. True. And I'll add a false conditional here. If I run this, see none true. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. That's the basic implementation of conditionals. And when you start developing code, you basically use these to tell the program to do different things or make different decisions based on what the conditions of the program are at the time.